Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I have a flip through of two journals. They are pretty much the same inside, but we'll flip through both anyway. This one has been just lightly decorated on the cover with a little bit of rickrack and a linen type closure. It's just loose, so you could change this closure or use that. I think that's quite nice. It adds a certain kind of texture to this cover. This is a kind of linen-y fabric. Don't know if you can see that. It's been stitched around with the inside fabric, which is a kind of contrasting to the yellowy mustard colour. The inside of the two fabric is actually Amazon packaging, which gives it a kind of firmer cover than the floppy covers that I've been making recently. It's been cut using the scissors that cut a zigzag, which the name Pinking Shears. There we go. If we just think for a minute, we'll get it. Around the Amazon packaging, before I sewed on the fabric cover, I put a little bit of washi just round the edges so that it doesn't look just like plain cardboard round the edge there before the sewing. So that's the cover. Inside we've got a pocket, and you get an envelope filled with lots of little bits of ephemera to get you started. So a nice little bundle of little bits just to get you started with maybe collage and decorating the cover, the pages. The pages haven't been decorated as such, but some of them are patterned. There's 3 journaling cards as well in that pocket, along with a little envelope of goodies. Live, create, tell the story. So let's flip through the pages. The first page is a nice piece of vellum. Then there's graph paper. Like I say, it's not been decorated. You make it your own, add whatever you want, cover this up. In fact, if you want to see a beautiful example of making it your own, pop over to Dee at Dee's Crafty Place. Dee bought one of my soft cover fabrics, and every Tuesday, she calls it her own time Tuesday, and she is decorating the journal, and it's absolutely beautiful. Just go and have a look. Even if you're not going to buy one of these journals, just go and have a look. It's very inspiring. Yeah, so graph paper, and then a page out of a calligraphy book, another piece of different craft paper, a book page about quilting, some craft paper which has a belly band. It's got a bigger belly band at the back and then a smaller belly band just on top of the bigger one, and a few wee bits and bobs tucked in there, and a large journaling card at the back. Then an old Women's Weekly page, another smaller vellum piece, a vintage from a vintage girls annual. This is a book page, some craft paper, some writing paper, a nice plain white page, marvellous just to go wild on that, stencil it, paint it. It's a nice white page. Some vintage music paper. This is kind of soft paper, it's lovely. Then this is from an old weather chart. It's a little bit torn there, but that's the way these things sometimes come. Some plain grey paper. This is a vintage book page. This is a modern piece of paper. Some music. The 2 pockets in the centre have got a couple of journaling cards in. The middle has the bow from the 3-hole pamphlet stitch and the wax thread. So that was how it was bound together. And so then the opposite pages are the modern book page. This has got a little scrap of the fabric from the cover just down the edge there, just to add a little bit of something to that. The old book page, the grey page, the other side of the weather chart from 1880, the old music paper, the writing paper, craft paper, the book page with a little bit of lace sewn down the side there, a little bit of zigzag stitch, and the old book page, vellum, the old Women's Weekly, and then another double belly band with the large journaling card in the back and some smaller pieces and journaling card in the front belly band there, and that's got a zigzag stitch down either side too. The quilting book page, some graph, the calligraphy paper, another graph, and then at the back is the vellum with a few wee bits and bobs just clipped in to the back page there, and the back page is plain, and the back is plain apart from the little bit of continued ric-rac down round there. So it's approximately 14 centimetres by 20 centimetres, and there are 36 pages, which is 72 back and front, with a little bit of linen closure. So this one is slightly more decorated on the cover. It's again has the little linen strip closure, and it has a kind of shimmery gold piece of lace on the front with another little piece of trim across the top of it there. And again, same thing, pinking shears round the edge, stitched round, the Amazon packaging in the centre to give it some weight, and it's been washi taped round all the edges in there, and the contrasting colour is the kind of pale tealy bluey green colour from the little berries there. Okay, so much the same, you get the pocket at the front, collect beautiful moments, I like that. 2 journaling cards and the little envelope filled with little goodies, ephemera, tickets, little stickers. Nice little envelope. So much the same, maybe in a different order. Vellum, graph paper, the quilting page with a little bit of lace zigzagged down there, little zigzag stitch, the old weather chart, music page, magazine with a little bit of lace zigzag down there, and again the craft here has a little bit of the fabric from the cover on either side, some writing paper, the calligraphy book, the old Women's Weekly, vellum, the old album annual from Girls Annual page, craft paper which has the belly band, the double belly band, a large one at the back there, and then some little bits in the top belly band. So we have the modern paper, the vintage paper, all about different bottles, plain grey, and then the centre again is the double pocket with the journaling cards and the 3-hole pamphlet stitch with the wax thread, and it's been stitched down either side and along the bottom. So, and again the grey, the vintage book page, the modern page, the second belly band, which has got the large journaling card and all the little bits with the journaling card there. The old book page in vellum, the Women's Weekly, the calligraphy book, the writing paper, the craft paper, the book page, music paper, the other half of the weather chart, the other half of the quilting book, graph paper, and again at the back clipped in some bits and bobs. So there we are, and again 14 centimetres by 20 centimetres, 36 pages and 72 pages back and front. So, and 2 nice pieces of linen to close. I'm really chuffed with how these ones turned out, using up some Amazon packaging, and yeah, so if you fancy one of these, they're in the Etsy shop. Yeah, I'm sorry I can only post out to countries of the United Kingdom at the moment, so I can only post to Scotland, England, Wales and Northern Ireland. The postage to elsewhere in the world is just quite prohibitive just now, and it's just very expensive, and I don't think the postage would actually be more than what the journals would cost, so I don't think it's very wise to do that at the moment. So United Kingdom only. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.